From the University of Hawaii Library and Information Science web team. I'm here to help you learn about Laulima. Now, Laulima is a online system that the University of Hawaii at Manoa uses for their online classes. So if you're taking a hybrid course, which is a class that's offered online and also in person, if you're taking a completely online course, then you're going to find it here. So the Laulima page is a secure page that's https //laulima.hawaii.edu, and you can find it if you just Google Laulima. It'll be the first thing that pops up. You'll find a login. Now, if you go to this link, you will need to sign in with your username, but you don't need to enter your full hawaii.edu, so no full email address, just the first part, which is your username. And you'll have to enter in your user password, which should be the same for everything. Once you're in, if you've already registered for courses, you're going to see all of your courses listed at the top in tabs. Now, if you're not registered for anything, you're not going to see any kind of tabs here, but you'll still be able to log in and see different kinds of information on this main page, which basically offers updates, calendar and announcements, and then also a welcome message. So if you are interested in finding out how to just basically use your online course space, what you'll need to do is click on one of the tabs. So for example, here's one of my courses. It's a historic preservation course. It gives you the course name here at the top. And it also, each classes you're going to notice, it's going to be a little different because the professors actually tailor it to their preference. So some courses might just have very few basics here, and some courses might have a lot more. Like for example, here's our LAS 615 course, which is offered by Dr. Wertheimer online. It's our collection management. You can't see it very well with the way that he's done this, this highlighting here, but he offers a lot more. So you'll be able to see announcements, discussions, resources, mail, gradebook, syllabus, etc. So basically, these are all pretty self-explanatory. That's your home page is going to take you to the main page for the class. You're not going to really see too much there. Sometimes professors do post short messages or an image. Announcements page are sometimes used by professors, and again, sometimes not. But your announcements will pop up on your main workplace and will also show up in your email. So if you do get an announcement, don't worry about it. It'll show up in two different places. You'll be able to see it. Now, your discussion and private messages, that's going to be a little different too. So these are considered online forums, and depending on the professor, it's going to be, I don't know, either used a lot or not used at all. So basically what they do is typically if you have online postings that are required, they will post a section where you'll have to go in and post a response. Most professors also provide, at least at the very basic questions, an area to answer questions about the class, a student lounge, and comments. Now, in order to use this, all you have to do is just click on the link for the post, and it'll already have a link in here. You'll see this is something that we did last semester. So you'll see discussion list, required postings, and then the very first post, which is for usually pretty standard introducing yourself. So as you can see here, Dr. Wertheimer has placed a little question here, introduce yourself and give us some information about you, and each person responds. And on the left hand side, it usually shows their picture. There's my picture, and when it was edited, posted, where they're located. If you don't want to have a picture on your profile, that's fine too. And then it has their information for their post. The way that you actually reply to a post is by clicking post reply. Now I know this isn't very user friendly in the sense that you expect it to be at the bottom here, but it's actually in that main part. So wherever you end up in the link of messages, that's where you'll show up. So if there's just one post reply area, and it's going to reply to the main post. So you might be number 5 in the list, or you might be number 10 in the list. So as you can see here, Zoya got there first. So she was the very first one, I was the second one, and so on and so forth. So no matter what, you're going to be replying to just this message here. So there's also, let's see, let me show you my profile. So your profile is under this main My Profile section. And you cannot change your username or email address, but you can add in this additional information. And I do suggest that you do. It's a really great way to connect with the students in your classes and for them to get some more information about you, because a lot of people, we don't really get to see each other very often. So try to post a picture of yourself and, something that we can actually see your face, and, some basic information, especially if you have a e-portfolio. That would be great to post as well. Now, it does say private messages, but that's kind of misleading because your private messages are actually in the mail tool. So when you go to mail tool, this is a way to email the class. Now, it's always going to be from your KMJ or your Hawaii.edu account. So it's going to default to that. There's no way you can change that. But the great thing is that if you don't know anybody in your class, you don't know who to email to, it's really easy. All you have to do is just click off here. Okay, I want to email the instructor and I want to email all the students. Type in your subject. You can attach files and then type your basic message and click send. You can also send yourself a copy, which I suggest you do. Now, if you don't want to send anybody a message through this system, but say there's somebody in your class you're working on a project with, this can apply to even if you're not using Laulima for any kind of class. You just want to see who's in your class because you forgot to get their email address during your in-class meeting. What you want to do is click on the link for the students, and you have a full roster of all the students in your class. Now, it doesn't give your email address, but in a way it does, because this section right here is their UH username. So you can just copy that and add at hawaii.edu and email them. Now, under resources, this is actually a really important section. Not all professors use it very well, or very much, I should say. But some professors utilize it quite a bit. I wish I had Dr. Asato's class on here. She does a great job of that. But for the time being, I will use LAS 650, which I'm taking this semester. Under resources, this is where the professors list all of your articles, syllabi, handouts, any other thing that you might need for the course. This is really, really great because they don't have to print everything out for you, and you don't have to go searching for it necessarily at the library or online. Sometimes links don't work, so I do suggest you try and find them for yourself if you can't. If it's not working here, go out to the internet or collaborate with your classmates and try and find it elsewhere through a database or something like that. Now, so for example, this is a PDF, and you can print it or save it or view it. And if you go back, if you see this symbol here, that's how you know it's a PDF. It has that red line and the Adobe symbol. This right here is a link, and you can tell that it is because it has a world icon. So when you click on it, it takes you straight out to the Voyager catalog, or whatever link the professor assigns to it, and you can actually view the information there. Now, it always does open up in a new page, so you don't have to worry about losing this main section. Now, when you see a folder that has a plus symbol on it, that means that there's items in there. So if you click once, it'll open up that folder for you. So you can see it in the sequence of all the folders here. That's the main folder, and then here's all the class folders. I just opened up class 1, which calls for introductions. And again, here's 2 different PDFs and 2 different links. Now within this class 1 folder, she's also assigned another folder, which as you can see has a plus symbol, with readings. So you want to click on that and see what's in there. So within class 1, she assigned a reading folder. There's a link and also a PDF. Now it's pretty standard. You're going to see links and PDFs for the most part, but you might also see Word documents. So we've already talked about mail tool, discussion. Discussion might be a little bit different. Sometimes the professors use this. It's very confusing. This is probably only for private messages about particular assignments. However, so just try to avoid this discussion area altogether. Discussion in private messages is the option that you want to use in order to actually use any kind of forum, ask questions out in the open. Now, if you do have questions particular to the class, I do suggest that you, and most professors would like it, if you would please put it in the class discussion area so that other students can see your question and also benefit from your answer. Now, this is something that, isn't always used. The roster, again, it's something if you want to see the students or search for them. These are more kind of for the professor. I'm not sure why they're showing up here. However, there is a help file. The help file is very useful. There's links and a way to search. and you can use it at any time. Now, for the most part, that's pretty much what you have for Laulima. One great thing too is you can see the users that are present online. So right now I'm online, Kavenna is online, and so is Storm. So you can actually see which students are using this site and like currently at this particular second. Now, if you have any questions about your grades, most professors are pretty good about putting their gradebook up. Now, for example, here's something for Spanish that I'm taking. Your gradebook should usually just list the assignment and the date that it was due and the grade that you received. Some professors will put comments in there, and very occasionally, like this particular instructor will post the grades as you go through the semester. Most professors for the LIS program will not do that. You will not see a grade posted until after the semester is over. So if you have any questions, you can email us at uhliswebteam@gmail.com, or feel free to go to our website at uhmliswebteam.wordpress.com. Thank you, and I hope this helps.